Hi everyone, this is Steve with the Paper Drawer. It's Thursday, July 24th, and I'm going to do the second round of 3 boxes for my giveaway. This might be the last round for a little bit. By the time this drawing finishes, I'm having just a minor procedure done, so I probably won't be able to do another video on the last 3 boxes, but stay tuned for that if you're interested. And don't forget, you can always put your name in again, so it doesn't really make any difference. We had 8 people or 9 people last time, so your chances are pretty good. It's only open to U.S. residents. I'm sorry to say, I don't ship overseas, even in my Etsy shop. But I have 3 boxes here. And so the drawing's on the 31st, which is next Thursday. And the last day to comment is the 30th, which is Wednesday. So let's get started, and I'll remind you again, I'm doing these because I was starting to destash my chaotic workroom and I was overwhelmed. And so I started doing these boxes and just share and, everything else. It's not a lot, but sometimes we don't need a lot, do we? It's nice to have just little bits of different things. So when I was in that process, I was, like I said, overwhelmed. I thought there's no way I'll be doing this for years if I continued. So one day I just said to myself, you know what? We're going to gut this room and we're going to get storage put in, and I'm going to divest myself of a lot of things. So that's what I did. These were put together as I was divesting myself of things. A lot of these things I did keep. I mean, myself, I just had too many, so I went ahead and made up the boxes as I went along. So that's what these are. I'll just go through it and everyone knows what they are. So keep these dates in mind, okay? And let me just get started so I don't keep you. But this is the first box, okay? Got some napkins. I'm going to throw in some of my momigami paper. If I can get more in the box, I will. I really love doing this. I have a video on this, but it's just so much fun. And I love it. I've used it as pages. I've used it as little bits on collages. So I've done a lot with those. A little book. Okay. Some coin envelopes, little tickets. How does that open? The tally card. I actually put paper in there. I was going to do a little journal. File folders. Here's a pretty little it's a Japanese envelope. I put in a little bit of sewing. Here's some more coin envelopes. Little dictionary. Cards. Got railroad. I got vintage Finch cards. A couple envelopes with windows. I've got these Tim Holtz dolls. Trivial Pursuit. Here's a vintage tally card. Opens a little different. Some original vintage slide frames. I will put in more cigar bands. I've got a box of them. My friend just gave me a whole envelope full. And I probably will toss in more of these luggage pulls. Got those. And then I have all this washi. Came out of my drawer. If you saw my video, I still have a lot. But so this is box number 2, okay? So I'll be honest with you, I'll probably add stuff to this if I can cram it in the box without bending, damaging anything. But that's box number 2. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if you guys keep track or not. It may not matter. I was trying to kind of keep track. But this box will have napkins, the folders. Here's another little notebook. Cigar bands. Again, I'll probably toss more of those in. And slides too. Oh, I did have more cigar bands. Here's little word cards. But here's some original cigar bands. Came right off the cigars. The Japanese, actually it's a money envelope. The Japanese put money in here and give it as a gift, but I thought they were so beautiful. Now here's another frame. Paper dolls, Tim Holtz. Got a ton of these, so I could divest myself of some. Tickets, coin envelopes, bigger coin envelopes. Here's some more word cards, and I have a vintage Rolodex I got at the antique store. So these are off of that or out of that, but these are vintage cards. Here's more word cards. Here's my Momigami paper. I'm going to throw in some stitching. And here are some of the little, I call them flag pins. They are vintage. I got them off eBay. I kept hunting them, and I think I bought all of them. But anyway, they're the ones that they put on file folders in the office. I don't know if anybody remembers. Everyone's probably younger than me, so, but I remember those. And then of course I have the luggage pulls, and I'll probably add more things to this box. I'm just finding things in my room that I think I just have too much of. So I do want to divest myself of some of these things. So this is box number 1. Okay. Got one more to go. Okay. So this is third one. I've got these pages from my husband's aircraft book. I'm not sure. I tried to pull some that have diagrams on them. I'll look through the book again. But this is really cool. So it's just a little airline book frame. Then I have this bag of just ephemera. They're die cuts. They're really pretty. Not going to use them, so I thought I would pass them on. I have a little book of scraps, collage with just a lot of different things in here. Okay. And I have this is on a hard piece of, I got this at the thrift store, but it's on a hard piece of, I call it press board. And the butterfly is kind of made out of the same thing. It's pretty sturdy. And here's metal, gear, luggage pull, game piece. Here's some of those little, I call them flags. Okay. Tickets. Here's a little tiny card with a little bit of dried flower on it. Here's some trim, or not trim, but it's like ribbon. It's cloth. And then I've got postcards in this one. These were from an estate sale. And there's duplicates of this one. But anyway, so there's that. Here's paper dolls. Here here is a vintage floral book that I had. It's got a lot of foxing on it, so it's old. But that's this box, okay? So if you're interested, comment. It doesn't have to be long. If you want to write something to me, that's fine. If you just want to say, you know, include me or put, I want my name in the jar, whatever, that's fine too. But that's it. So anyway, we'll wait till next week. I'm still waiting for one more person to reply to the drawing I had this morning on the boxes. So I'm excited to get those out. I will ship those tomorrow. So I'm hoping the third person gets with me today so I can get the box packed up. And so that's it. I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.